A third of Americans now say they plan to dine out less frequently.
This is according to Tech a restaurant industry research group. What you can do when you eat out. Sherman Chow has advice from the experts and what the restaurants are doing. Sherman?
Hey, Len, now here's an important fact. There is no evidence that coronavirus is transmitted through food. It is a respiratory illness spread through droplets via coughing or sneezing. So it is not the food, but other people and hard surfaces where those droplets can land you need to be wary of. So use, say, menus, salt shakers, ketchup bottles first, then wash or hand sanitize and eat. CDC recommends social distancing of up to 6 feet, and restaurants are responding as well. Some are moving tables at least 6 feet away from each other, and one in LA is taking customers' temperatures. Those who refuse or have a fever are asked to leave.
99% people, they really understand. They also cooperate with the taking like temperature.
And this Michelin-rated restaurant is now offering what it calls black glove service. Servers changing out gloves each time a table is touched to avoid cross-contamination. Of course, if you are ill or older, experts recommend that you avoid dining out right now. It's not about the food, it's about the crowds. The result is some folks will be whipping up their home cooking skills. Len?
My goodness, going to the restaurant like going to the doctor.
Yeah.
We have